Mic is hot. It's hot. Mic is hot. Yeah. Bongos. I gotta tell you, I had so much more energy. Like, exactly 2 minutes ago. As soon as I hit go live, I was like, phew, power down. I don't know why that happens. Sucks when it happens. Woo. Like letting the air out of a balloon. Womp womp womp. Womp womp. Womp womp womp. Ta-da! Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna do much to help you there though, but I'm glad that you're here. Someone said they were bored. I'm here. Hey, I'm here. Whether I'm tired or not, doesn't really matter. I'm extremely inappropriate. I am an inappropriate human. It's all right. I'm sure some of you caught it. It actually did kind of put a smile on my face today. He said, oh, look at all the nice things people say. They're so sweet. Just thoughtful humans. Bird says, got up from a nap. For me. Little old me. Well, I appreciate you. Like, watch. I got the yawns. Watch this. It's good. I can't get rid of it now. I don't know why. I'm having trouble. Turn this on. I know, Eric, dude. I was like, you know what? I'm ready to go. And then maybe this will help. Let's go. And now my nose might be running. I have no idea what's going on. Just a whiner. And it's like whatever. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Lab After Dark. It's actually Lab After Midnight tonight. So we are on Sunday time. It is the Lord's Day. And be sure to wipe your feet on the way in and not to be inappropriate at all, ever. Eric was falling asleep watching another channel. That's blasphemy. Another channel? You watch other channels, Eric? How dare you? How dare you? How absolute. That's just the betrayal of the lifetime. It's as bad as when. It's just bad. It's bad. It's all right, though. I still love you, buddy. Good person. You're a good guy. Anyway. YouTubers loving the title of tonight's show. How inappropriate. I've been getting called inappropriate all day. I've been getting called a scumbag all day. Disgusting. This, that. Blah, blah, blah. blah, which is fine. I'm fine with it. Nobody's really bothering me. I'm not bothered by it, but I went on Brittany J show yesterday because Uncle Taco and Seth were up there, and I wanted to ask Uncle Taco a couple of questions, which I never, ever, ever got to ask. Oh, of course I did. I never got to ask my questions though. So it was, but you know, I guess it was fun. We had some fun times, and were there some inappropriate things that I'm sure that people were just had their jaws on the floor, and that they were very upset. You know, see what I'm saying? How dare you? It's funny, too, because a lot of the people that were so angry and that were almost always angry, particularly with me, like I can just be there. I didn't necessarily say anything inappropriate, I don't think, but I'm sure that somebody found fault with me. However, it was kind of entertaining, to say the least. Kind of made me laugh. Kind of made me smile. I like when people get mad for no reason. I like when people get mad about things that don't matter, that you could easily not be mad about by not listening. You know. And one thing that gets brought up a lot is like an old podcast. And by the way, I probably have like 7 old podcasts. And I had this extremely, what I thought was a very funny podcast that had a much different demographic than we have now. And I do understand that people sometimes don't understand demographics or changing or whatever it is. And it happens sometimes. And I don't even know. Well, the thing is, it's not even dark humor. Uncle Taco. Yeah, well, I just had a couple of questions for the guy. But that never happened. That's okay. I'll bide my time. Is that what it is? Bide my time? Bide my time? Bide my time? Bide by my time? They weren't really like earth-shattering questions either, so it didn't really matter that I didn't. But, well, Jim, some people would say lighthearted, some people would say inappropriate. You know, a bunch of grown people. The thing is, though, you know, I do understand the demographic. I understand that the majority of people that are watching are women most of the time. So that's one of those things where, you know, you're going to piss some people off. And of course it was going to, it didn't even, here was the thing too. It didn't matter because once Seth was on panel, I mean, he could have said anything and people would have reacted to it. And I think one of the things is that, like, he understood that was the assignment. He understood that was probably the case. And he was being shocking and edgy and it seemed to be an intentional thing, what he was trying to do. And, you know, whatever. He's a grown man. He can do whatever he wants. But some of it did seem intentional, like he was going out of his way to do it. Probably because he knew what today would bring, and like most of us, he doesn't really care. But I was interested because I didn't think that I said anything inappropriate. Maybe I did. Hopefully I did. But what the reaction would be, and it was interesting. It was hypocritical, but it was interesting. Like I know, like, where some of these people from the criticism, where they come from and like who they listen to. And it's just like, my God, that, like, you want to talk about inappropriate. We could talk about inappropriate, but it is typically, sometimes, for the most part, like guys like Seth aren't going to get away with, saying things that are edgy and pushy, especially on a show like that, with just the people that sit around and listen. It's not how it works. And there's no grace or love loss or anything like that. I was seeing people say, where's your son, Seth? It's like, whatever. Bleh. Bleh. Always with the, what's good for the goose, good for the gander. I've heard some of the people that they listen to, the people that criticize me. I've heard some of the people that criticize others. I've heard some of them. Bunch of continuation school dropouts. It wasn't like, the thing is too, especially when you get criticized, which is totally fun and fine. And I'm sure that, I didn't check, but I'm sure my subs probably went up today. Because when people talk about you, people go check it out. I'm sure they did. I could check, actually. Let me check. I know the subs on this channel didn't go up. Nobody watches this channel. But, I mean, that you guys aren't, the people that are watching aren't nobodies. We're somebodies. Let me see. I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal to me, but, oh yeah, look, cool. Couple hundred. Oh no, that's since yesterday. It's like 90, almost 100. That's pretty good. I didn't even do anything. Yeah, it was Brit's live. Sure was. It sure was. But it was like, it did kind of turn into a bigger deal. I mean, I knew that the people that didn't like Seth or don't like Seth or don't like me or don't like Brittany or don't like Nana who's up there. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter. None of that stuff mattered. You could have said anything. It would have been the same thing. And who cares? Did this work? God dang it! Where's my Chiznat? Highlighted chat. There we go. Now we're rocking and rolling. Now we're amped up. Which live stream can you watch it on? I don't know. I think it got edited, some of it, on Brittany's. I think, but I haven't went back and watched. But I don't know. I don't know where you can watch it at. I would never tell. Psst. I'm sure. I'm sure. I think what I saw Queen Bee, I think, had it. You just said 3 times. What did I say? I don't know. I didn't see. Yeah, but it may have been, and I think where's Miss Dragonfly? I think some of it was edited. I think. I could be wrong. But yeah. It was all right. It was fun. I mean, look, I like to goof around. I like to joke around. But like I said, I think a lot of that was intentional. You know, you hear these things, well, he's lost a lot of respect. People, don't have the same respect for Seth that they used to. And, maybe that's true and maybe that's not. I don't know. But I don't think he really cares. I don't think he really cares about offending people that are already offended by him and just his presence. And I'm kind of the same way. Yeah. Oh, let me see here. Gail, thank you for the, let me see here. Very kind of you, Gail. Thank you so much. And then for gifting 5 Lab After Dark memberships. That's awesome. Love is love, baby. I found it quite hip appropriate. Yeah. Yeah, well, look. Everybody thinks that I'm a Chris and Katie hater. I don't hate them. I don't know anything. I don't really know anything about them. I just, and I don't really want to. I just know what's put out there in the open. But I certainly know when somebody's child goes missing, that you're going to want to search and plead for your child. So think what you want about that. But I do just find, and I was telling somebody this earlier, that I find being a hypocrite is like there's just very hypocritical things that go on just in life, but not just in life, but in general. And I too can be hypocritical, extremely hypocritical, and I don't realize it typically until either it's acutely pointed out to me or I look back and go, yeah, that's pretty hypocritical. And so, but I don't think that a lot of people do realize that they're being hypocritical, which is hilarious sometimes because sometimes it's just so obvious. You're just like, what the hell? Sometimes you're just like, are you kidding? And then you would tell somebody else, you go, can you believe that they're doing this? And then that person's like, I don't care. It's like, oh, I guess, well, if you don't care, I don't care. Who really cares? because none of it changes. You can be outraged. And there's a lot of fake outrage out there too, by the way. It is this mob mentality where people go, one person might truly be offended, and then the other, it's like yawning. It's contagious. Like, oh my God, I'm so offended. I'm so offended. And you're like, all right, well, sorry for offending you. And then they go listen to somebody who says 10 times worse or whatever. It's very hypocritical. People love to bitch. People love to complain. People love to be offended. People just love that kind of stuff. Like, how dare you? How dare you? You know? You're such a... I think there was one point where Seth asked me about my logo, right? And I just didn't... I brushed past it. I said it was about trafficking or something, but I was going to change it. I didn't want to talk about it. That wasn't... Because I think he was kind of like joking about it. So I wanted to really move past it. And I got some emails about that. Good old emails. Love it. It's never anything good. I mean, every now and then I get a nice email. It's mostly, you piece of shit. It was last night. It's on Brittany J's channel if you want to go. I think it's up. I mean, the live's up. But fake outrage is like one of these things that I enjoy watching. You know, everybody's so pissy. Everybody wants to have, like, let's see. Let me read this comment. Let me find my phone. I don't even know who this person is, nor do I care. But the comment itself is funny. It was just from yesterday. It's not that one. Come on. Here we go. Maybe they deleted it. I don't know. It looks like they did. Unreal. Where'd that son of a gun go? It just said something about, like, in like big bold letters at the top, it said unsubscribed. I can't deal with the hatred or hate or something. I don't know. Can't even remember exactly what it said, but can't remember. It was just like, what the hell? Hateful rhetoric. All right, man. Obviously, they were watching somebody who was dragging me that doesn't like me, and they said, well, have you ever heard this guy's podcast? Have you ever heard a podcast that he did 5 years ago? What is it? When's the last time we did that podcast? 2019. Yeah, I think it was. It was matter of fact, we made. I think it was 2019. It was top 20 up and coming podcasts. 75 episode deal. It was wonderful. It was actually life-changing in a lot of ways. And we made some jokes. And it was fun. And I don't regret it. I unfortunately don't own the podcast, so that would have been nice. That would have been cool. Would have been awesome. Well, I mean, I think that that's an appropriate thing. Now, Betty, I think I called her Blowhorn, and I apologize for that. But Bullhorn seems to suggest that she's of the opinion that she offed him. And while I think that that's a bit much and harsh, I mean, to put it that way, there's a lot of people that feel that way. I don't know if I'm one of them specifically, but she is the mystery. She's the mystery. And what, I mean, what are you going to do about it? She knows that. I'm not saying she's guilty. I don't necessarily feel exactly about them how I feel about the Wells. Let's see. Let's check. Held for review. I'm sure I got a couple new ones. Oh, this is a good one. Just wondering if you think the Proudfoots deserve grace. Why didn't you show the Wells grace? Like I said, just wondering. Like the passive aggressiveness there. I'm just wondering. Are you really just wondering? Is that what you're wondering? Just wondering if you think the Proudfoots deserve grace. And I don't even remember saying that the Proudfoots deserve grace. I mean, I'm not saying that they don't. I just don't remember saying anything like that. Maybe I did. What a horrible thing for me to say. God dang. What a bad person. Why would you ever say that, Josh? Why didn't I show the Wells grace? It's quite a complicated question. I am surprised that one got held for review, though. I didn't think that was terrible. It was a little inappropriate, though. How about this? How about whoever you are, mind your business? You like that? Huh? What about that? There's some grace for you. It's inappropriate. Don't ask me that question. How about that? Huh? There's your answer. That's my final answer for you. Just wondering. Where was another good one? Here's a... This is one just from the podcast. I would rather see your face. If you're going to say shit, show your faces. It's an audio podcast. What the hell is that about? I came over to watch because Chris McDonough had nothing but great things to say about you, but I find you obnoxious. Sorry. I'm sorry too. That's rough. Find me obnoxious. I find you obnoxious. I've never even heard you talk. You've heard me talk. I find you obnoxious. I find you irksome. You irk me. You're irksome. If I'm obnoxious, you're obnoxious. And there's no doubt I have been called obnoxious every which way Yeah, Ava, it was you that left that. Stop leaving those comments. I'm obnoxious. I really am. And I'm fine. Published. Okay. I responded. Here we go. Here's a good one. I'd like to see you maybe move on to other cases. Wait, no, that wasn't a good one. Somebody said my voice is soothing. That's nice. Yeah, they must have deleted that comment because they were just like, I can't support you, or, you know, I mean, okay, then don't. I mean, I could be utterly obnoxious. I was going to do some prank calls. I did some prank calls the other day. I haven't done the dodgeball one, but I'm going to. But the thing is, what I was doing the other day, I was calling I did this for like 10 minutes and got bored, but I got a couple good calls out of it. But what I would do is I would tell them that that their post has been reported as fraudulent and that it's going to get taken down. And they were like freaking out about it. They get so mad. I didn't report anything. I would just call the number and say, hey, I just wanted to let you know that your post, what you're selling looks like a scam, so I flagged it. And then they get they get pissed. Oh my God, they get so mad. It's the best. And it'll be like a clock radio. Like, dude, the clock radio is but one of my favorite things to do is call people in the middle of the night. I like to call people in the middle of the night that are selling like cars and stuff. One time I decided not to play it. I should have. But one time I was pretending that I needed to buy a tractor trailer because I had just been hired by a group of fellas that have burnt crosses in yards before. And I was trying to make the guy believe that like I was like the equipment manager for like the KKK or somebody. And for some reason, like every time I would say like, you know, we're on an ATF watch list and all that kind of stuff, he didn't seem to care. He was like, well, you know, you should get a flatbed. And I said, yeah, we're not allowed to have like an enclosed trailer because we're on a watch list. And he's like, oh, I hear you. Okay. Never mind. I'm going to go now. I can't believe you never mentioned Roscoe P. Coltrane. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting, but I don't know who that is. Like that show or that was inappropriate, right? It's an inappropriate prank call, but it was funny. I thought it just didn't hit the cutting room floor because the guy unfortunately wasn't like offended by it or anything. He just seemed to be like, he like wanted to give me a cheaper price, I think, on the on the trailer. I was like, all right, this guy's not going for it. So I didn't really make a friend, but it was funny. I thought it was inappropriate. The other night you were talking about Roscoe, Dukes of Hazzard. I was talking about Roscoe, but I've never watched Dukes of Hazzard. Despite this flannel, I've watched, I think the Johnny Knoxville one, but I only watched the trailer. But Roscoe is a name that, don't get me started on that name. He cares about Roscoe. Roscoe. Uh-oh. Someone's done. It's just a weird name. Yeah, it was, like Crank Yankers. It was a great show. Hold on here. Where is... I don't know if I'm too young for the Dukes of Hazzard. Is that Burt Reynolds? I like Burt Reynolds. He's all right. I'm missing something that's very prominent that I need badly, and I can't find it. Where did it go? I've never lost this thing before. This is a first. Where the hell? Like, where could it possibly be? Ah! Where's my? It's gone, dude. Where the hell did that thing go? Okay. So Burt Reynolds was in Smokey and the band. What is going on here? I can't find it. Jeez. Well, there goes that idea. All right. Never mind, I found it. This is still one of my favorite prank calls. Never mind. It's corrupted. That sucks. Okay, well, nothing's working. Nothing. Okay. This is not good. Dead air time is not good. Josh, it's bad for people. Don't like it. People leave. People don't like you. They make fun of you just like you were in kindergarten and you couldn't spell red. Remember those days? This is what's happening as we speak. This is what's happening. You got to figure it out, and you got to figure it out fast. You got to figure it out. You're not figuring it out fast enough. Figure it out. Figure it out. I don't think you're gonna, dude. You're not gonna figure this out in time. Where the hell is the... Come on. Come on. Nope. Hi, Gail. Hi, Caitlin. Hi, 77. Elgato. All right. Let's see. Shh. All right. Here we go. Okay, that worked. Whatever. It's not working. Oops. None of the good buttons, like, it's weird. Because, like, when you press them, like, watch this. Watch what happens. Okay, we have that. Have that. It gives me that, like, little... You can't even see it. It's like, says error. God dang. Nice. Well, the cow one still works. All right. Well, whatever. I mean, it's stuff sucks. I hate that thing. As long as the cow button's operational, like the will button doesn't even work anymore. I don't think. Let me see. I don't know what that was. That was a stupid one. Just an absolute nightmare.
Chunky chomp.
Of course, that one works. Why wouldn't that one work?
Right.
That one works.
I support abortion.
That one works fine.
Not Christians, because she was literally blaspheming the Holy Spirit up on my panel. Blaspheming. All
right, yeah, so there you go. So most of my stuff's broke. But the good ones still do. I still have all those sound bites in a folder. This is one. Do you not?
You fucked me up, dude.
Do you not? One of my favorites. The reason that he was having I don't know, tuberculosis at the time was because he was calling me gay, and he loved it. He thought it was the funniest thing ever. And then whenever he would call me gay, I go, yeah, I am. That's what I'd say. I'd say it just like that. Yeah, I am, dude. Yeah. He's like, you're gay, huh? And I go, yeah, I am. And then he's like, ah. Like he thought that was super funny. All I would say was, I am, yeah. You crack me up, dude. You crack. You would always you go, oh my God. You crack me. I'm like, what's so funny? He loved it. It was like his favorite. Him and his water belt buddy, Timmy Mullen, which was funny. The water belt, the Dear Diaries. I got some good feedback on the Dear Diaries. Oh, yeah, he is mature. He's very mature. Maybe he's matured. I don't know. I haven't talked to the guy in a long time. I don't plan on talking to him anytime soon. Well, maybe I will. But I doubt it. I support everybody, Gail. Truly. No hate over here. No hate over here. I know how you are. And you just sat there, not saying a word like, are you okay? Well, what am I going to do, Debbie? What am I going to do? Am I going to crawl through the phone and give him mouth to mouth? First of all, I wouldn't do that if I was sitting next to him. Second of all, we're 3,000 miles away from each other. There's nothing I could do. Just he's got to work it out like a baby. Put his arms up. I don't know where he was. That's it. You know, that wasn't a choking cough. That was called the shudders of death. If he was choking, I mean, I would have been like, all right, I'm going to call. But I didn't know I don't know where he was. He could have been home. I didn't have his location. He didn't drop me an air tag. So I don't know what to do for him. But you're right. I didn't do anything. Let's listen again. Do you not?
You fucked me up, dude.
Do you not? I was still trying to ask my question to him. Hey, can you stop doing that for a second? Answer what I'm going to ask you. It's inappropriate, dude. Seriously. Behavior's inappropriate. That was called Stay 10 Feet Back. Yeah, it's something. It was over the phone. Thank God. That was not good. Yeah, there's a lot of heavy smoking going on these days. Vapes and all that kind of stuff. I'm surprised at the amount of vapors. We got vapes for days. People love to vape. I'm shocked by it too. I mean, I guess that there's nicotine in it so people get addicted, I think. See? People love vaping, dude. Shout out to the vapors. People vape, man. What are you going to do about it, right? They certainly do. I mean, I have vaped before. I used to vape CBD a little bit. But it was nothing. It just sucked. It was boring. It was just like, here, put some of this crap in there. It was terrible. Looking Beyond says, if I'm going, I choke when vaping, can't do it right. Tried to quit smoking with one. Yeah, I think a lot of people do that. If you got it, vape it. If I'm going to be vaping anything, it's going to be THC. You better be in a state that allows that, or somebody will call the cops on you. I guarantee it. I'm just kidding. Nobody's going to call the cops on you. They only call CPS. I'm going to call CPS on you. Stupid. Yes, I do. I certainly do. I tried vaping. It's just not the same. Yeah, I've heard that too. Don't smoke anything. Have to get a tube down my vocal cords Monday. Oh, Lord. Hey, I am just saying that I'm surprised at the amount of people that do vape. I'm not saying don't. I'm not casting aspersions. I'm just saying I'm surprised that there are that many people. Like, it's a big thing. Like, a lot of people vape. Vapes for days, blowing big clouds, you know, just ripping clouds. The way life's going the last couple of months, I think I'm going to go start vaping some sage. You might want to check with your doctor about that one. I would not recommend anything like that until you've looked into it. Look at my buddy's kid got in trouble with vapes and weed, lung infection. I've heard that too. I remember those Juuls. Everybody had a Juul. You'd see like it'd be like a 13-year-old kid going to basketball practice smoking a Juul, and you're like, really? What the hell is that? I always found that interesting. Yeah, I know that CBD is one of those like really, really controversial. But if you ever need fuel to quit, do you not?
You fucked me up, dude.
Do you not? And I told this one time when we used to go down to the valley to visit my uncle. He had that nicotine monkey on his back, big time. He was always fighting. He's all chewing the gum and shit. He was like, it's always like he was just tense. He was always trying to quit smoking, you know? And it was just like a constant thing with him. And he had put this flyer on his door that it was of what I assumed would have been a very beautiful lady. But they covered her in tar. And then what it said there was, what if smoking did to you on the outside what it does to you on the inside? Would you still smoke? And I'm not kidding you. I had to walk by that bathroom, or I had to walk by that poster in the middle of the night. There was like this little hall light at the bottom of the base of the wall, and it just sort of illuminated that poster enough, and it used to just catch me off guard every single time. It would scare the shit out of me, and it was terrifying. It wasn't terrifying during the day, which was really strange to me. It was more terrifying at night. And it would be like a dog walking by a mirror and seeing himself and then jumping. That's what would happen. And it sucked. Every single time, it sucked. So, thank you, Uncle Terry. I appreciate it. I got roofies. What the hell? That's great. Great. Lovely. Thank you. Okay. Loose asshole can go. Tighten up somewhere. Stupid.
Oh.
Hold on, let me plug this in. Da, da, da. Restore this. Pop out. Again. Got Addies. That's nice of you. That's good, man. Proud of you. Got a business of your own. Business of his own. That's awesome. Where's Matt? Matt doesn't come to this channel anymore, actually. Or my other channel. He left some time back on good terms, and there was nothing that happened between the two of us. It was, I don't know. I think that there was a certain person. There was a certain person that I was going back and forth with that he was not fond of. And I think it bothered him. And I think it bothered him that I was maybe giving that attention. That's really all I can. But I have talked to him since then. So he's a good guy. He's a good guy. I like Matt a lot. Always. Always, always. All right, so what? Cakes Boo. 50th birthday. All right. Here we go. You ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cakes Boo. Happy birthday to you. Ba, 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 ba. Where's it? Come on, bring that in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can we have a longer applause? No? Okay. Happy birthday, Cakes Boo. I'll be 39 this year. Well, that's not particularly ancient. It's not a young. It's not a spring chicken either. But so yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest with you. I wish I was 39. Yeah, I know. Well, I'll tell you this. I'm not 39. I'm not 39. I'm 38. But I will be 39. And I got to tell you that, yeah, well, so was I. How are we the same age? Do I look older than you? Is that what you're trying to say? I mean, I might be. I'm 39. But that's the thing is, like, I don't even care about, like, age. To me, like, as getting older is just part of life. But I say this all the time, you know, when people complain like, oh my God, I'm getting old or whatever. I mean, it certainly beats the alternative. Okay. So growing old is cool in my book. Getting older is cool in my book because a lot of people don't. They don't get to grow old, you know? And where'd that go? Josh, can I ask you a question? Are Dawn and Candace going to court? For what? What do you mean? What are you talking about? For their kids? Not that I know of. I think that's pretty much settled. Wait, is it merged? All right, so Saturday I got merged. Me. I'll warm up for that one. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me pull up your question. I'll answer it here. Oh, Cakes, but it's your birthday. We're supposed to be sending you super. We'll send you super chat. That's very kind of you. But happy birthday for real. I mean, that is, enjoy that vape too, you know. Smoke them if you got them, brother and sisters. Let's see. Josh, I just texted you. How would you do that? I'm not going to look because I don't. My phone's not near me. Let's see. I read it on Facebook. Far as I know, no, there's no. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I got you. 50's the new 20. I don't know about that. Think so? 50's the new 20. I mean, I've heard 50 is the new 40. I've heard 40's the new 30. I think that's just like a bunch of made up shiz. It's like just one of those sayings. labratarmy@gmail.com. That's labratarmy@gmail.com. Don't be inappropriate. You know, how dare you? How dare you talk to people and let them have their own their own opinions and say what they want without correcting them. Now, I would correct somebody on my show, not this show, because I wouldn't let anybody come on this show. But on the lab, if you know, it's my audience, my show, I would correct somebody. I have before. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna say, hey, you shouldn't say this, or you shouldn't say that. It's up. That's whatever you want to do. You know. Like one of the big things that people were bringing up, and I understand, I get it. Somebody was packing some cigarettes. You could hear them. It might have been Seth. They were packing some smoke, so you could clearly hear it. And then Uncle Taco made a remark. Seth followed it up. And then it became law. Like, I received like 3 messages this morning when I got up about it. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, Uncle Taco. Uncle Taco. Yeah, that's his name. I don't know if he has a real name or if that's what. I think it's on his birth certificate. But yeah, it's sure. It was an off-color remark. Off-color remark, but whatever. No, I think it's Uncle Taco. Uncle Taco's his real first and last name. First name Uncle, last name Taco. That's his name. I don't want to say it. Yeah, I mean, in theory, that's probably, and I appreciate you saying that. You would hate me as a grandchild. Trust me. Remember what? Yeah, I called him Uncle Chili Riano. I did do that. Totally respect that, Gail. I totally respect that. I know who. I when it comes to just the heart of the matter, it's really feckless rhetoric. All right. That's going to mean nothing in the end, except for people to get upset about. My oldest grandson is 25. I am old. I am also. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people thought it was funny. And then, but here's the thing too. It's just fodder. It's content. It's fodder. It's, oh my God, can you believe what was said last night? And then people will play the show and then turn it into a 4-hour show and criticize the people that were there without them having the opportunity to respond or, retort or whatever it is. And even if somebody does not want to, then, at least they'd have the chance. That tastes like shit. It's like medicine. Fodder for the feckless. Double F. That did not taste good. I'm going to get a different drink. I'll be right back. Eric, I'll answer your question as soon as we get back. Thank you so much for that. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Don't go anywhere. I'll be gone like 2 minutes. You're listening to The Lab After Dark.
Abortion.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Chunk chunk.
Right.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Alrighty. Simmer it down. I got 2 drinks, actually. The first one is water. That's a good one. Second is a San Pellegrino. Little San Pellegrino Arancitia Rasa. It is sparkling, yes. It's sparkling artesian wawas. Sparkling artesian wawas. Okay, let me crack this real here. These are fantastic. Got a little bite to it at the end. A little kicker. Little subtle but sweet. But not sweet. Like a little bitter. Yeah, it's good stuff. Anyway, moving on. Eric, does anyone drink tap water? Yeah, right. I'm not kidding you. I've seen people pour bleach into the sewer. Would LE tell anyone not to search? Yes, they would. Probably particularly early on. They would probably want them at home. But, I mean, at this point, all bets are off. I would think. I have drank out of the hose. It's why it's why I have a sixth toe. No, I don't drink. I don't drink tap water. I can't. San Pellegrino. Am I saying that right? It's good stuff. I got to tell you. It really is. It's good. Exactly, sweet tea. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. I try not to give my dogs tap water. I try and give them bottled water. Like the crappy bottled water. Just makes me feel better, but I think that they probably just get that out of like the faucet. They just seal the bottles up. But I try to give my dogs bottled water or at least filtered water. But they're both so disgusting it doesn't even matter, to be honest with you. Let me see. Well, hey, you got to do it. That's right. Reverse osmosis. It has to be. Body Armor is particularly good water. I don't know why. I just like the bottle itself. What? Is that really Seth? How do you guys know? I'm just curious. I mean, I'm just saying. Was it created? Yeah, I believe you. I do. I believe you. Let me see here. Can you imagine thinking that is funny? Thinking that is something worthy of doing, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you like. I don't care who you support. You're a fucking asshole. Piece of shit. For real. Like, on everything. You're a bitch. It's disgusting. Excuse my language. Wow. Unbelievable. I mean, that's crazy. That is so crazy. Wow. I think that's funny. God, honestly, like, whenever there's somebody like that, I wish we could just look through the computer screen and see this person that's probably grown into their computer chair that probably has that Prader-Willi disease or whatever. And yeah, it's the same person. What is so how long do you have to actually be subscribed? Let me see. That's going to be curious. 20 minutes. You have to be subscribed for 20 minutes to do something like that. Imagine that. I'll come back in 20 minutes. I'll just say something stupid. My life sucks. And then they go flog themselves while listening to death metal. I could have found the person I probably would be improving right now because I was that mad. Yeah. Yeah, whoever the person is has like 20 accounts. 20 accounts and nobody likes you. Sucks. God, that would suck. And now we got Tony Mathis investigates. Good one. Good one. Good one. Bum, 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 bum. No, I did. I think I did, didn't I? I answered Eric's question. Eric, did I answer your question? Pretty sure that I did. Let me see. No, I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, and it's probably like the same person over and over. Does anyone want to rap out or not? So here's my question. I am curious about this. The T-Rev 757 with the period changed. That's funny. Does anyone want to battle or not? Like what? Like rap battle? Hit my toe. Hit your toe. Rather shoot you with a slingshot. Bing. Bing. It's probably rapper, but I don't want to blame rapper, but it's somebody like rapper. And I'm pretty sure. Here, check this out. I could probably just fix it right now, but it doesn't really matter. Let's see. That'll probably help. I wonder how long. Yeah, I don't either. No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Josh, I don't buy it. Don't search. I think initially that's how that works. I think. But I mean, wouldn't you think that you would want to be searching, because especially a child that has special needs would probably want to hear, you know? Yeah, yelling at his mom for meatloaf. Ma, the meatloaf. Still here, are you, though? I don't think you are, buddy. I think you're gone. I think you're where you need to be. I woke up in time for a live. You didn't. We're an hour and 22 in. We're on what I call union time. Remember? Anything over. No, most people can't rap. I mean, like, who? T-Rev? He can rap. Anybody can rap. It's whether it sounds good or not. Jury's still out. I don't know. I haven't listened to enough T-Rev. That's a possibility, too. That's a possibility. Tupac could rap. Yeah, Tupac could rap. That's true. He was actually good at it. Anybody that's like, I don't know how, let's just put it this way. I don't know at what age it would be acceptable to give up rapping. So I would think if you're not successful at it, by like 21, you should probably give it up. Like, if you haven't found your big break by 21, I would imagine that school is calling you, or trade school, or go work for the city or something. I mean, I don't know. But that's not really something that you want to hold on to for a really long time. Like, you're in your, mid 30s, late. You're not going to want to keep rapping. It's just at some point. And yes, look, let's just be honest about it. There's not a lot of people looking for 35, 40-year-old white rappers. Now, I know that you'll go, Josh, look at you telling people what they can and can't do because of the color of their skin. I'm not telling you that. What I'm telling you is that people aren't looking for you. They're not signing a lot of 40-year-old rappers in general, specifically white ones. No offense. You know what? Hot dog stands is honest work. I couldn't have one. I'd cut into the profits way too much. And that's true. I would do that. Oh, I was talking about rapper. I'm so confused. Very, very confused. Pop Smoke was gifted, yes. He also tragically died. I was just reading about the guy from Southern Florida, the rapper that was killed. They have an actual war going on. It's an actual war between like neighborhoods in Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida can be just a mess in certain parts. It's some scary stuff. NWA was good. Certainly was good. T-Rev growls a lot and tries to sound like DMX. Damn. DMX. God, I miss DMX. I loved him. He was the shiz. Nope, nothing hot dog related. Corn dog related. Anything related to a dog. Rue says, I think it would be very hard to not search, but also know if you find evidence or God forbid anything of your child, it will be questioned in court. Parents find it. But I could care less. Like I wouldn't care. I mean, the child has to be found. Not quite, but close. Unless you're a ratchet rapper like Blueface that is famous for his ratchety more than the rapping. I think he was 24 when he started. Yeah, probably. I think Blueface is in prison. Yeah, I'm a DMX fan. There are pros and cons to being a parent and searching plus trauma. The only trauma the only con, and I get what you're saying, but the child has to be found. And so to me, if a parent is desperately looking for their child and they do come across, and it has happened before, and it's terrible, and it's nothing to anybody. I get them not wanting you to be the one to find the child. However, somebody has to. Oh no. That was my man crush, DMX and Rakim. Dr. Eve. Loving the brothers. Love that.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing that I know of. Yes. Well, look, if your kid just goes missing, just like, oh, he was in the yard, I can't find him now. I mean, you better go search. If you, can you imagine somebody not doing that? You know what I'm saying, Eric? You get it. Rock him. But I don't know, man. We're just, highly inappropriate folks around here. Shocked by everything. Oh, God, I can't believe you said that. Ugh. whatever, dude. Say whatever you want. People don't like it. I mean, honestly, it's just one of those things. If people don't like what you say, they don't have to listen. They can turn it off if you're offended. Oh, no, I'm going to stay here and be offended. I'd rather stay here and be offended by what's going on so I can be shocked with my friends tomorrow during a brunch live stream that's 17 hours long. Oh, I'd rather be, first class promenade deck, Titanic, old money. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, I'm going to watch this whole offensive thing. I'm so offended I can barely stand it. Shut up. Fake. Bunch of phonies. Bunch of, I'm so offended. Stupid. I don't get it. Brunch? Yeah, look, brunch is fine. It's just like, golly. I go looking for things to get offended about. Like tennis. Tennis offends me. And every day I look for it on TV. Every single day. Tennis is the most offensive thing I've ever seen in my life. Yet every day I check ESPN and other obscure channels to find it so I could just steam. Oh, God, I love watching politicians fight. It's my favorite. People who don't care about me at all or know who I am or know that I ever even will exist. Abraham Lincoln didn't do anything for me. Oh, there were so many. But how many people were actually offended? That's really the question. How many people do you think were actually offended? I know people say that they were offended. But when it really comes down to it, were they really offended? Or were they looking for fodder for their show? I think it's probably mostly fodder for the show. I think. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Like tennis offends me really, really bad. Hate it. And I can't wait to go watch it. Because I'm going to watch it and I'm going to hate it the whole time. Look at that. It's all over. I better turn it up. I'm going to send it to my friends. My other friends who hate it too. Oh, yes. We all hate stupid tennis. Now let's send it to each other. Nobody it says stuff like that when I'm around. Oh, nobody says it. How dare you? Oh, yeah, I slept last week. You hate golf more? Nobody's inappropriate when I'm around. Oh. Oh. It's just dumb. There's a lot more things in life to be upset about. And it's funny too, because you'll see the same people all day. It'll be the same people all day. And they just have nothing good to say about anybody. I love those people. They make me smile ear to ear. They have no idea But like I feed off of their outrage. It's like I'm Lex Luthor. And I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I was into superheroes that much. You know what sucks is disc golf. Now that, you want to be offended. That is an offensive game. What a crappy game that is. You don't even have to be in shape to play. Like, you should at least have to, if you're playing golf and you're not a professional and you can't afford a cart, you got to walk up and down with your cart everywhere. However, disc golf sucks. Like, that is just disc golf guy. They come in with their fully sublimated athletic tee that's one size too small for them, and they have their little pack of disc golf drivers, whatever it is. I like them too. They can be offensive sometimes. Yeah, disc golf. Here, I'll show you. Let me show you some stupid disc golf. Goofy disc golfers. Jeez, there's way too, like, some of these. It's the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me show you this. What a terrible shot.
Oh, that's going to be an interesting shot from there.
Wait, what is
But you
this
didn't know
doing?
how interesting. It's a good question, Ian.
What is this doing?
Look at that. Those backpacks are full of,
This
like,
is nuts.
golf discs.
Is that out of bounds?
No,
No? Okay.
it's just moving about 1 mile an hour.
Forever. Yep.
You tried to shoot it. Didn't work.
See, here's the thing, too. Like, that guy would be considered, like, the guys that he's playing over here, they look like they're in fairly good shape. And that guy's in not good shape. And he has just as much chance to win as the guy that looks like he could run a marathon.
The rest of the guys are in stitches right now.
That was amazing.
Like, look at this. Look at the guy warm up.
Sorry. I couldn't hold it. I almost lost. I lost it. I'm sorry.
Unreal.
I almost lost it.
Like,
when
so
he
you're
started
supposed
wearing
to-
a tat on his neck.
Yeah. It's called disc golf because those are discs.
Donkey.
Drop like that, huh?
What the? Okay. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Was that a snake?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think he peed his pants.
Oh, that was real as it gets, guys. As real as it gets right there. Oh my god.
That's what it's called. It's called disc golf.
Oh, that looks pretty real.
Yeah, you shot, dude. So close to being bogey free out there. Look back.
And you're like, what? That was
When you're in the moment, you just.
shot.
That's a fumble return for touchdown.
Yeah, fumble return for butt fumble.
That's a fail, Mary.
I don't know what happened.
We got a nice looking throw so far here.
Whoa.
Oh,
You just hit a deer.
got a deer.
And she realizes that right here.
Do you think it hit the deer?
Yeah.
I think so.
Certainly scared the crap out
Anyway.
of it.
There's like a 10-foot vertical right there.
You know, God bless those alphas. Save some chicks for the rest of everybody, huh? That's good. Got a big weekend ahead. We're going to go disc golfing. That'll be awesome, really. Can't wait. It is. It's inappropriate. Don't be inappropriate. We really got to work on that. Looking beyond's very offensive. Happy to see Australia represented. Yeah, we got Aussies to the left and the right. Welcome. Now, goodbye. Thank you for being here. Rosie coming in right at the very end. I appreciate you guys being here. You have a good night. Happy birthday, Cakes Boo! I end up getting hit in the head with a metal marker.
Yeah, I got it.
And that snaps me back.
I lost it there. Yeah. I think we all snapped back. I realized what I did after I saw blood.
you also one time, I remember this, and I think you thought that I was going to kick the hell out of you after this happened. But I was like hiking my pants up, and you came up behind me with, it was a racquetball, and you bounced it right between my legs, and it came up and it hit me in the no-nos.
It was perfect.
And I fell against a shelf. Knocked all that off. Then I fell over, and I just see you. I looked up on the camera, and I see you running like full speed out of like towards the office. He was like in a full sprint while I'm on the ground, because he knew that like if I hadn't completely gone down, that
if it wasn't a direct hit, I was in trouble.
I was going to come back and I was going to choke him.
Yeah.
With something like an object, like a little league belt.
Yeah. Or like one of those exercise resistance bands or something.
What was going to happen was you were going to end up like flat on your chest on the floor with that wrapped around your neck.
Oh, come on. I don't know about all that.
Remember the time I sent you flying over the I think they were ice chests. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I got a little buck there. I went through a really weird like stage in my early 30s and my early 20s and all of my teens and all of my 20s and most of my 30s, I guess. So of like, I just love to roughhouse.
Yeah. When 3 o'clock hit, I tried to like keep my distance and find work in the warehouse or something.
Yeah, kind of explain that a little bit to Peyton, because I don't think he really realizes the extent.
It was like clockwork. I don't know what it was. Just 3 o'clock hits.
So I mean, set the scene. You know, we're working at a job.
Come flying out of the office, and I knew you had this crazed look in your eyes, and it was time for me to go.
Because why?
Not sure.
No, but like the stuff that I would do, I would just like, you know, I don't know. I wanted to, well, especially at 3 o'clock, I really wanted to mess with you. And
it was just like for a good way for you to pass like the final couple hours of work.
Yeah, it really relieved a lot of stress in my life.
At 5 o'clock, you were done messing with me.
I was done. I was ready to go. But, you know, I also used to kick the bathroom door in nonstop on you.
Yeah. God. Yeah. Door never got fixed.
I busted that. I don't know how many, I busted that lock probably. I would take little paint keys.
You know what my favorite thing is? You broke it breaking in on me so much that you were the one who always got walked in on by outside people.
Yeah, the taco truck that was in the parking lot.
It came back to bite you.
Yeah, it did come back to bite me because you could just, all you had to do was like push it open. People stopped turning the knob.
Yeah.
The knob would stay locked
lazy.
and you could just push it open. And there was probably, honestly, and it was only by the female workers.
Yeah, only.
And I don't know why, but it was embarrassing. One time I was sitting there reading the newspaper, drinking a Mountain Dew. She goes in, she's like, "Oh, adios, mios," and she ran.
Would just come back. They would come back laughing and say they're going to go to the gas station, which that means it was bad. It must have been bad in there if they were willing to try the gas.
The worst part was like probably for like a week after that, they would never make eye contact or say hi to me. They'd just giggle.
Yeah.
And I would just look around, but like, I don't know. I don't see what's so funny. I was like, but yeah, she'd come in, she'd go, "Adios, mios," and she'd take off running. I'd be like, whatever, dude. I felt really bad about doing that. It wasn't on purpose. It was really just to mess with you only. But you know, who knows?
Things happen.
Florida man, you'll love this one. Florida man dies after eating 1 in a billion bad oyster at Florida restaurant. And now, if this isn't the most anti-seafood endorsement you've ever heard of, a Florida man died after he caught a bacterial infection from a, quote, 1 in a billion bad oyster, according to a report. The death was traced back to the Rustic Inn Crab House in Fort Lauderdale. I'm sure they love that. I'm sure that they... Can you... I mean, wow. So,
Yeah, what do you...
So not only does this man die...
Who do you blame, the restaurant or the oyster supplier?
The restaurant.
Well, it's 1 in a billion, so that's like, you know.
Those odds are not good. I mean, they are good.
They're great.
But not for him.
What do you mean? If you eat a bad oyster, you're taking those odds.
Well, I think now that the restaurant should be fine because he took that one out of rotation. It's like somebody hit the jackpot in the lottery, and now everybody's buying tickets again. Moving on.
I don't...
Stupid. You're so stupid, Lucas. I don't know why you'd say
What
that.
did I don't even know what I said.
Why did you say that about the lottery? That was you. A lottery joke was just a bit too much. The death was traced back to the Rustic Inn Crab House in Fort Lauderdale, where the man ate before he got sick with Vibrio. Vibrio.
Oh, yeah, I've had that.
You've had Vibrio? The Southern Florida Sun Sentinel reported. That's actually extremely sad. But oysters, like, you just look at them. Do you like oysters, Lucas?
Oh, yeah.
You're sick, dude. That's the other thing. You love that nasty stuff. I'll eat liver's
anything.
worse.
Yeah.
Sick.
Sure.
Peyton, do you like oysters?
I hate oysters.
Have you ever ate
But
one?
Peyton, that's not really fair because he strikes me as a guy who only likes like chicken nuggets.
So do you.
Well, yeah, but I also like oysters. I'm saying, you know, like.
You don't go anywhere and eat and like order them though.
Oh yeah,
No.
I'm pretty sure.
When-
I was just in Florida, and I'm pretty sure I ate oysters there.
Too bad you didn't eat at the Red Roof Inn or whatever it's called.
Oh my god!
The manager of the restaurant. The manager of the restaurant told the outlet as many as 100 dozen oysters were served that day. I mean, this is kind of sad. Oysters are the top of the mountain for dangerous foods to eat. I have eaten them my entire life and continue, but you're putting yourself at risk when you do it.
Well, I'm glad I don't like them.
Over the course of 60 years, we have served a couple billion oysters, and we've never had anyone get sick like this guy did. They say like this guy did.
People get,
for
so,
sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's
we've
true,
had
though.
People get really sick, but never die.
Well, didn't Tony Soprano get sick from oysters from Artie Bucco's restaurant?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it is I think it is a common thing to get food poisoning from oysters.
Maybe I didn't know that, but I don't know. I do all right with them.
I do all right with them. Most people do all right with them. Are you not listening to the story?
Well, it said it was at the top of the food chain for dangerous foods, right?
Yeah, but so are hot dogs, and you eat those by the dozen.
Oh, dude, you get sick from a hot dog? Come on.
I know. I don't. But listen to this. Both cases involved. So there was another one where a guy got. The unidentified man who reportedly worked at the restaurant decades ago was the second person in the state to die from raw oysters this month. Oh, great. The Pensacola News Journal reported a community leader died. He was a community leader. He was a pillar in the community, and they served him a bad oyster. And he died on August 9th from Vibrio. Lucas has had that.
Yeah, this is why Florida needs to be another country.
The Centers for Control The Centers for Control Disease and Prevention. That sounds, the way that they wrote that sounds backwards to me. The Centers for Control Disease and Prevention, isn't it? Disease Control and Prevention? No, that's the CDP. Not the CDC.
I don't know.
Prevention warns its website, while most fibrosis cases occur in hotter weather, cases have been reported throughout the year. So it's a summertime oyster sickness. Folks, stay away from the oysters in the summertime.
That seems like the best time to eat an oyster, though.
I don't think that there's a good time to ever eat an oyster. I think they're disgusting. Like, they live in the bottom of the ocean. They taste like the ocean. It's like calamari. You probably like calamari too.
Oh, I just had calamari last night.
Sick.
So gross.
You're sick, dude. Seriously.
Dude, calamari's good.
And you made that lottery joke?
Yeah, and you made the lottery joke.
I didn't do that.
Yes, you did. There's 2 people here that say you did.
I don't think I said anything.
Even if those 2 people are lying.
I really don't even remember.
Well, in a courtroom, you'd be found guilty.
In trouble.
From testimony.
Fair.
All right, I said it. I feel bad. It's just another reason not to eat oysters, man. That's just really weird. A Greenland shark, one of the longest living animals on Earth, was caught near Belize. Great. Why would you God, here we go. And here's another example of scientists being scientists and just like just disturbing old stuff. Research
for no reason.
Yeah.
Too. Like, I think scientists are they get this like they're smart or something. I think they're mostly dumb.
See, I don't think that's true. But
I think it's true.
See, I don't think that's true. Are you eating?
Yeah, I'm eating some pulled pork sandwiches right now. Like little sliders. I just got back from a run. I was hungry. Come on.
You knew that we were recording the podcast today, right?
I know, but I couldn't stop myself. I got hungry.
He's having
now.
He's having a pulled oyster calamari sandwich.
No, pulled pork. I think pork is dangerous enough.
It's not as dangerous as oysters.
Yeah, that's fair.
Researchers tagging tiger sharks off and that sounds real important, by the way.
Yeah. Ooh. Like we don't like we don't know enough about sharks.
They go to the government. They go, we need $3 billion to tag these sharks. Why do you need to tag it? We want to know. We want to know where they migrate to and why they do it.
See where they swim. How about they swim in the ocean and you leave them alone?
I know. They're tagging sharks. Just leave them alone, guys.
Stupid.
Go find something else to do. So researchers tagging tiger sharks.
Is dumb.
Why are you?
Another hot take from Lucas.
Yeah. One was that scientists are stupid.
Yeah, I think so.
No, they're not stupid.
Like they don't have. That's a stupid. That is a stupid thing to do. They sat in a room, and they're like, "What should we do? Why don't we ask the government if we could go tag sharks and see where they swim?" That is dumb. That's actually a dumb thing to say.
It might be a dumb thing to do, but they're not actually dumb people.
Yeah, they're dumb.
Okay. So researchers tagging tiger sharks off the southern coast of Belize couldn't believe their eyes when they recently reeled in a different kind of fish. It turned out to be a Greenland shark, which is typically found in the Arctic and can live to be over 500 years old. And once again, there's no way to know that. None. Because nobody's hanging around long enough to make sure that one of these things is living 500 years. And you can't carbon date them, can you? And I don't believe in carbon dating either.
They had bones. They had their bones. That's what I'm saying. I think science is mostly like people like making stuff up. I really do.
They can like blow smoke, but I feel like
I think it's just like it's some person who claims to be smart making a guess.
I mean, sometimes.
And we're supposed to be like, "Oh, okay."
That's not necessarily what it is. But
this shark could be 500 years old. Oh, great.
Or else it could be 4.
Right.
I mean, I agree with that, but I don't think that scientists are stupid. There's a million different kinds of scientists.
Nah, most of them.
Okay, so is a nuclear scientist stupid?
Okay, you got me there. Maybe they are now.
How?
What do you need them for? I don't know.
Okay, maybe you got me there. That was the very first one I picked. There was a few different ones that I could have gone for. Like,
maybe I'm wrong.
Oh no, you're definitely wrong. But like, there's just a million different kind of scientists.
So what they do with this old shark?
Well, if you would stop science shaming, I'll get there.
Yeah. Okay.
Researchers tagging tiger sharks off the. Do you want to say something about this tagging of the tiger shark? Oh, you already did. Southern coast of Belize couldn't believe their eyes when they recently reeled in a different kind of fish. It turned out to be a Greenland shark, which is typically. I already read this. The team of scientists threw the shark. Check this out. The team of scientists thought the shark was dead when they finally hauled it in. Well, yeah, it's 500 years old. They thought it was
doing to it anyway. It's a different kind of shark. Like, leave it alone. It's not the kind that you're researching.
Well, here we go again. Unlike the tiger sharks they were after, this particular shark had black, worn-looking skin and pale blue eyes. Devanshi Kasanya, a PhD candidate, you say candidate, not even, just a PhD candidate, at Florida International University, Predator Ecology and Conservation Lab. Listen to this.
Killing sharks. A
candidate at the Florida International University Predator Ecology and Conservation Lab said the shark. Yeah. Wait. I got to read this all at one time. Just let me get to the very end, because this is what you're talking about. High level scientist stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Devanshi Kasanya, a PhD candidate at the Florida International University Predator Ecology and Conservation Lab, said the shark looked, quote, really, really old, unquote.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Looks really, really old.
I think that attests to Lucas saying they're dumb, kind of.
It was just, quote, here's some more pearls. It was just very surprising and confusing.
This whole thing is surprising and confusing.
As soon as it entered our field of vision, we saw a black figure. That's very scientific. That was getting bigger and bigger. When it came to the surface, none of the crew, with all of their combined fishing experience, had seen anything like it. So leave it alone.
I'm on Lucas's side now.
Now listen. Well, okay. Greenland sharks can likely live to be more than 500 years old, unless you catch them in a net and wrestle them in. Scientists have more questions than answers. See, that's another scientific thing to do. Scientists have more questions than answers when it comes to the Greenland shark. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, do they really need to name it this stuff?
What a job. Huh?
It's just too much, dude. Like, can you imagine going, what school do you go to? I go to the Florida International University Predator Ecology Conservation Lab. Okay, well, it's nice meeting you. These sharks are the longest living creatures on the planet, living possibly more than 500 years. And that's just an estimate because there's no definite way to determine their age.
It's just so...
Lucas is gonna go off here in a second.
It just drives me wild. It's the same. It's too many examples of that exactly right there.
The catch was unexpected. Kasana said their catch was strictly accidental. On April 22nd, she and her team were working with members of the Belizean shark fishing community and the Belize fishery departments to set lines along Glover's Reef located about 30 miles off the coast. Why are people going there? It's 30 miles off the coast.
I just think they should just leave sharks alone. Like, we have enough like Shark Week footage to last us for the rest of the time. Like,
are you a fan of Shark Week?
No, I think it's stupid. The only thing I like is when the sharks like kill people that are like trying to mess with them.
See, I knew that this was going to happen. What about the running of the bulls? You like that?
No, that's terrible too.
Do you like when people get horned though?
Yeah, they deserve it.
I don't disagree with that.
I think it's messed up for the animal. However, I mean, not that I'm like some.
No, I agree. I mean, what they do, especially
a little unnecessary.
Especially, yeah, like bullfighting and running of the bull is just it's not a cool thing to do. And then when a guy, they'll get impaled and be like, you got to put the bull down.
Right, yeah. Wow, I can't believe you did that. You acted crazy.
Man, he stabbed you? How dare him?
So basically this article was, we went out searching for tiger sharks and we found a different kind of shark and he looked kind of old, and then that's the whole thing that we spent all that money on. That's it.
No, it didn't look kind of old. It looked, quote, really, really old.
Okay. All right. And then, but there's no way to tell how old those kind of sharks are.
Well, they can live up to 500 years old, estimated,
but there's no way.
But there's actually no way to tell.
I don't even know what to say.
The theory is that the closer the sharks are to the equator, the deeper researchers have to go to find them. And they go deep, over 7,000 feet deep, according... What, like, if they're that deep, they're there for a reason. Like, they don't want to be... That's the thing. Sharks don't come onto land and attack people.
I'm just going to imagine... I don't know.
The only kind of shark attack that happens is when you're actually in the water. And...
Yeah.
Or near the water, like within, feet, inches of it. But shark attacks would completely cease to exist if everybody stayed out of the ocean. You understand that, right?
That's a scientific fact.
Yes. And that comes from the laboratory of the podcasting institution of Joshua Diaz, PhD candidate, Incorporation, Inc.
Yeah, how do I become a candidate? Can you nominate me?
Yes, Lucas, you are now a candidate for the PhD Institute of Lab Human Resources Division, janitorial experience above the rest, unclogs toilets with buckets institute.
Just another thing to throw on my resume.
Yeah. Yeah, if you need me to write a recommendation for you, I can definitely do it. Peyton, you want to be nominated too?
Yeah.
Peyton, I hereby nominate you to the Institution Lab Urology, Scientology.
Now he's PD.
Rheumatoid arthritis. He's got a PhD. He's EP the PD who's 18 with a PhD. So now we're all knighted PhD candidates.
Yeah, knighted.
Now let's go searching for sharks.
Hey guys, look, that shark looks really, really old. Stamp that, please. Okay, we got to return.
Yeah.
We got to return that as top secret to the government. It's just one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. And I didn't even.
Yeah,
I didn't even.
It looks really, really old. It's wonderful.
I love how they put it in quotations too. They go, and like her official statement is, it's very, very old. Well, yeah, probably.
They were so shocked they went out in the ocean and found a different fish other than a shark too. Whoa.
And it possibly could live over 500 years, but there's no way to tell. It honestly reminds me of carbon dating. Like I don't know. I don't know how that works, but I don't really. I don't know. I don't think carbon dating is real either. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's hard
Isn't
to
that
say.
like looking at the rings on a tree or something?
Well, that makes a little more sense. But that's not
Does it?
that's not carbon dating though.
That's not carbon dating. But how does that make any more sense?
Because
that sounds like some old guy in the woods. Like, how old are you in this tree? Well, let's count these little things in it and see.
Well, it's like how I always wonder how somebody found out to milk a cow.
I don't know.
You ever think about that one?
Not really.
Why? Because if you see flanges, you just start pulling them.
Well, they saw like a little cow sucking its mom's udder, and then they were like, "I wonder what it's getting out of there," and then squeezed it and gave it a sip.
Squeezed it and gave it a sip. Okay, so there's
that happened.
So there's an animal out there sucking on its mom's teat. Yeah. And somebody goes, you know what? I might like some of that. That's what.
Well, like you had to be curious to survive. I feel like.
All right, so it says the age of tree can be determined by counting the rings from the pith of the trunk to the bark. Tree rings are most accurate indicators of tree's age. They indicate what the natural conditions were in the environment the tree was growing in throughout the years. That doesn't mean anything.
Telling you, most science is made up, man.
Due to being exposed to different nature conditions, a single tree ring can contain both light and dark lines. This is especially true for trees growing in places with 4 seasons. Tree rings do tell a tree's age and also the condition of the environment that the tree grew up in. The variances in the natural environment can cause the tree rings to bear both light and dark lines. You already said this. Okay. Yeah, maybe you're right, dude. I don't know. It says there are many different species of oak trees, and these species may be very different heights when they reach 10 years of age. However, it is safe to say for most species of oak, a 10-year-old tree will be somewhere between 10 and 20 feet. I mean, that's a big difference. That's a 10-foot difference. If they would have said 10 and 12 feet, I'd be like, okay. But I don't know. I don't want to read about.
You're talking doubling. So you have a 10-foot tree and a 20-foot tree that could be the same age.
Yeah. So it's only 10, but there's really no way to know. Just like there never really is. It is odd to say the least.
Yeah.
Well, let me see here. So Lucas.
So I'm a science denier. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't. I guess.
Yeah.
Did you eat something recently again that you weren't supposed to?
Potentially.
You tell me a little bit about that.
Why? Refresh my memory. What did I do? Did I tell you I ate something bad? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
What did I eat?
It was like either McDonald's or Taco Bell.
Oh, no, I didn't. I told you I had the touch of the run. And I went and got a frozen Coke from McDonald's, and it really eased the pain.
see, and then the thing was that you also said, I think, that I was the one that taught you that treatment.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
You taught me the Coke trick. I just upgraded it with the frozen Coke.
So you had a stomach ache. You weren't feeling well, and the first thing you did was drink.
No, I mean I felt fine. I just had a touch of the run.
Because when I was sick back in 2012, I'll never forget it.
You know the date.
Oh, yes. Not only did I know the date, I probably missed 8 days of work. So a week and a half. and I couldn't even eat anything. But see, I didn't just go out and get a Coke. That's not what happened. I went through like 12 days of hell before I went to the doctor, who said, you have to force yourself to drink something high in sugar and salt. And he said Gatorade wouldn't cut it. And he told me to drink a Coke, and I instantly started to feel better.
Yeah, that's what I just took a shortcut.
But see, I feel like you didn't feel good for about 30 minutes. And you're like, I should go get a frozen Coke because Josh said back in 2012.
It honestly was just a hot day, and it sounded good.
Was it good? I love frozen Cokes, though, honestly.
Oh, my God. It's the best.
Like Slurpees or slushies from the movie theaters.
But McDonald's does it different. You got to try it. They have better Coke.
They do. That's a fact. They have better Coke. That's a true statement. Coke actually, since like the 50s, has been giving him the sweetness off the top. They like made a exclusive deal, and to this day, McDonald's has their own trucks that they have it hauled in.
Yeah,
and they have these like super insulated tanks. That
and most of them are made of like other sodas are like in plastic or whatever. This is like in metal, like kegs.
It's titanium.
Love it.
And so all their Coke always tastes better. Even the Diet Coke tastes better. So that's what you chose. So you didn't have the Runskis anymore. But I'm glad that worked though. But that wasn't the advice that I gave you. But why couldn't you just say that you just wanted a frozen Coke?
Well, both things were true. I wanted a Coke and I had the runs, and I thought about you.
And once again, we are now we're now 3 for 3 on this return podcast of where Lucas has had digestion issues and chooses
which is weird because I usually don't. I've been traveling lately. And
what do you mean you usually don't? That might be one of the biggest misconceptions or in your mind that I've ever heard. Most of the time I don't. What does that mean?
I mean that 10 a.m. comes around and I'm usually good for a solid. Most the last at least couple of years.
I don't think that's true at all.
Oh, well, it's true.
I don't even.
It wasn't always that way.
I don't want to talk about. I really don't want to talk about like we always end up here. And I think this was my fault because I was asking you to tell me the story about the frozen Coke that was attached to your stomach ache, but you don't have any good way of putting it. You just say like, I got to take a dump. So I drank a frozen
I didn't
Coke.
say that. I said I had a touch of the run.
A touch. First of all, if it was enough for you to go get a Coke, it wasn't a touch of anything.
It was a touch.
A touch. I mean, have you ever is that a thing, Peyton? Can you confirm or deny that for me?
Can I get a touch of the run?
Yeah, is that something that happens? You
guys know it.
Well, you either have it or you don't.
No,
I think you can get like a slight, like I think it's a spectrum.
Well, the only reason that happens to you is because you kill a enormous bag of Takis.
Oh, Takis are good, but they really hurt my mouth after a while.
Yeah. Why do they? I thought salt and vinegar hurt your mouth.
Dude, those do too. It's the same effect.
I love Takis, bro.
Yeah,
they don't like me.
I said they were good. They're good.
My stomach is like, it hates me now.
I've never ate one before ever.
No.
Really?
I've never even tried one. No.
Yeah, you have. I've seen you try them.
No, you have not.
Yeah, I don't believe that he has. That's not his thing.
I do not eat Takis. I've never tried a Taki in my life.
Okay.
I've tried hot Cheetos.
Oh, I love those Cheetos.
but I like those things don't even look appealing. The color of them, like it looks like murder red. And
yeah, I read an article one time that parents were getting scared because their kids were eating too many like hot Cheetos at school, and they were like dumping like red in the toilet, and their parents thought they were like poo and blood.
And it probably was a mix of both.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because those things are they just, to me, like Cheetos themselves, like hot Cheetos already look toxic.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Cheetos are Cheetos. See, Takis, that's nothing more than just an invention to blow the rings off your beehole.
Right. Meant to hurt you. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like,
you know, they're bad when they stain your fingers. When you have like, you go like, no matter how much you wash your hands, just like your thumb and pointer finger are red for a couple days.
Yeah, it gets bad.
It's just in your pores.
Yeah.
Hey, they're on the set of Braveheart, like, dude, we're out of war paint. Like, oh, I've been eating Takis, bro. I got you. Yeah, it's like the Mountain Dew. If you really like look at Mountain Dew, like if you pour it into like a glass, and if you I'm not kidding, if you hold it up to a light and then you turn the light off, it glows in the dark.
No, come on.
No,
that can't be real.
Well,
but I get what you're saying.
Try it.
I don't know. I haven't had Mountain Dew.
I probably haven't had a Mountain Dew in 10 years.
It's a good drink, though.
Just like I haven't.
Mountain Dew is not bad.
Just like I have, yeah, Diet Mountain Dew. I probably have. I haven't had a Red Bull in years either.
Oh, I'm addicted to energy drinks, though, big time.
Do you ever get like the heart flutters?
Oh, if I'm like working on my third bang of the day.
My third bang of the day. Bang Energy, is that what it is? Once you give them a free plug.
Yeah. I alternate. I go, sugar-free Red Bulls or Bang.
How much sugar is in an actual Red Bull? Is it a lot?
I don't know. I don't drink them. I prefer the taste of a sugar-free Red Bull.
Yeah. I like the smell of Red Bull.
I know. Every morning, before I opened it, you would make me come over and open up my Red Bulls underneath your nose.
That's true. That's what you got paid for.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Stuff like that. Oh, that's too much, man. Those are good times. Well, this has been fun, guys.
You could do a Red Bull, though. You're drinking a big-ass tea. What's the difference?
I know. I just chugged it, too. And
was there a fly?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, you didn't think you didn't think there was a fly. You knew there was a fly.
I think I thought.
Yeah, you think you thought.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, do you remember when I was working at Sport and Cycle, you threatened to fire?
Yep. I think I threatened to fire her. I think I threatened to fire everybody who ever worked for me.
You fired me, but I just kept showing up and walking in.
I tried to, yeah, that's true. You kept getting a paycheck. You're like the guy from Office Space.
Yeah.
We put him down in the basement.
Then there was one time, like, people came up to me and were like, oh, I didn't know, like, you were leaving. They were like, you got let go, I'm sorry. You remember that?
Yeah, but for some reason you were at work.
Yeah, they were like, oh, is this your last day? I'm like, no.
You showed up the next day, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you got let go.
I got let go, but I was the only one that wasn't informed that I was let go. Everyone else was like, oh, Luke's let go.
I wasn't, but that wasn't me. I wasn't going to let you go. And it never happened because of me.
And I think it just kept showing up. I think that's why.
That too. I mean, that's half the battle with finding people to work for you is just having them show up. And I'm so glad that you did.
I support abortion.
Because I needed to smell those Red Bulls. Hey, thank you for listening to the No Big Deal podcast on behalf of EP, the PD, who's 18 with the PhD.
Damn, son, where'd you find
Lucas,
this?
who graduated 2nd grade, and me, who...
Did more than.
He said, did you hear him? And he said, I did more than that. He's like, he's mad. I did more than that. Okay, you did more than that.
Right.
Congratulations. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Well, have a good one. We'll talk to you next time.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?